Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have to say hello 3 times because, you have to. Um, we start tonight a bit later than normal, um, but that's fine. Better late than never. All that jazz. Yeah, so welcome along. First of all, I'd like to thank all the new followers of late. It's massively appreciated. Tommy Meadows on Facebook, thank you very much for the like, my man. Much appreciated. Hope you do jump in on the live stream at some point or watch the video back. That'd be fantastic. Cameron Man Randy Magnum. Wow, what a Twitch name. Lots. Too many to get through, I think. But I can't even say that. Katezitu Menos. Bag the 3. Princess Barbie. Francisco 61617, thank you very much, everybody, for the follows. It is massively appreciated. So yeah, if you do jump in on the stream at any point and you do like what you see or want to get involved, drop us a chat, say hello, give us a follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube, Facebook like. Many ways to get involved. We are, of course, pushing for Twitch affiliate, which would be nice. We've not been going all that long, but we are close, so the more the merrier. Tonight we are jumping into some multiplayer quick join. That said, there is a registration on the competitive server, which would be nice. Oh no, Misano. Not my favorite. 19 minutes of qualifying. Well, we'll do a bit. We'll do a bit of Misano, and then we'll jump out. I'd say it's not one of my faves. The first thing that got me about Misano, to be honest, was the pit lane. It was, when I first jumped on this circuit, it felt like it was never ending. As soon as you come out, it's like stuck on this pit limiter for what feels like an age, but here we go. Let's have some fun. Great start, great start. We'll see as we do our first flying lap what lap time we're looking at. God, yesterday on the quick join, it was all about Monza. Even on the competitive server, it was all about Monza. And some of the online multiplayer lobbies, Jesus. Race pace needed to be in the 148, which was okay, but we did end up winning a couple of those races, which was nice. Don't forget you can watch any of the videos of any of the streams back on twitch.tv/Tr4ction R4cing. Head to the video section of the page, and there you can see any of the clips or any of the videos that we have done. Take a watch back, some of them are hilarious. Last night's 3-hour stream saw us starting in 14th at Monza and going on to finish second, I think. Very good race, which very good race, which culminated in us making no errors whatsoever, and the rest of the field slipping and sliding and falling down. And that's, I mean, that's pretty much the secret to ACC. Keep your nose clean, keep it nice and smooth, and the pace will come. It's a guarantee. It is a great little circuit, this Misano. Lap times normally around the 137, 138 mark, so. I think if I remember right off the top of my head, the best lap times are around the 136, 135 mark. I'm not 100% set on that, but I did go through a phase of in the AI Championship of having to do Misano as one of the rounds, and honestly, I remembered the name and I jumped into it thinking I knew exactly what I was doing and where I was going. Much to my surprise, when I got out, I didn't have any clue of where the track was going. So I probably spent the best part of maybe a week just jumping onto it and driving lap after lap. Yeah, this guy in front. 134.2. That's a very well set up car, that. Very well set up. One of the biggest things that I struggle with on ACC is the hairpin turns. You know, the running a single screen monitor, you know, and you've got a field of view of 25 degrees. You know, some of these hairpins you've got to go into with a very late apex. And when you do that, you're completely unsighted when it comes to the turn. So a lot of it's guesswork. Whereas if you're running triples or VR, you're gonna see a massive improvement, I think, in lap time with that. Nice solid lap time there. Only 2 seconds off the pace. I'm not 100% sure how people fly around here as well as they do, but I've no doubt it's the same as any track, you know, if you're very well accustomed to it. And you don't make mistakes like that. This clown in front is on a warm-up lap.
Slow car ahead.
He overtook I'm not a big fan of blue flag drivers like that. And jump into the competition server. If you are new to the stream, do give us a follow, do give us a like. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, give us a subscribe. Do say hello in the chat as well, it'd be nice to hear from you. We're out for a bit of fun, multiplayer lobbies, open lobbies as well. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the stream.
Come on, go.
Be nice to hear from everybody. We're doing a little bit of practice warm-up here at Misano. And then we're going to jump onto the competition server in about 7 minutes, where we will try and get some more points. Because that's what it's all about.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
We'll see what we can do here. Like I say, I'm not favourite at all with Misano, but it's a nice little track to drive. Good way to loosen up and get into the game a bit more. Don't forget, if you do enjoy the stream, leave us a follow. Every follow is much appreciated. We are trying to get Twitch affiliated. Brian Knight, thank you very much, my man, for the follow.
Yellow flag.
Much appreciated. Come on, move out of the way, dude. Make some space. One lap of fuel. I should have put some fuel in for this for a few runs. You live and learn, yes sir. You live and learn. Oh,
Slow car ahead.
I know there's a slow car ahead, thanks. He's desperately trying to put in a flying lap like me, but it's
Car on the left.
I'll stick it around the outside. No,
Clear on the left.
this guy's gonna balls up 3 people's laps. I say 3 because even his own lap's getting messed up.
Clear on the left.
No, he's giving up now. If you are an ACC player, it'd be nice to hear from you. You can join our community Discord as well, which is the Paddock, where we like to bring everybody together, where we can arrange races offline or online during the stream. Yeah, we're on YouTube as well, Tr4ction Racing on YouTube, and on Facebook, Tr4ction Racing as well. We don't just do racing, we do all sorts of games. But for the past few nights, we've been getting stuck into ACC, because brilliant sim racing game, for the most part, good fun. And I'd say if you are enjoying it, a follow would be greatly appreciated. I had a bet with my 10-year-old boy that I couldn't get any more than 1,000 followers on Twitch. He said, "Dad, you're too old. You can't stream on Twitch, you're too old." I said, "How? Watch me, sunshine."
Sector 3.
As I've run out of fuel. Should have placed that bet with him. Let's jump back to the garage then. I'll tell you one thing, you're never too old to stream on Twitch. It's all a bit of fun. But he doesn't believe me, you see. At 10 years old, he sits there and he watches people with 1 million, well not a million, you know, like 1,000 viewers, and he says, "Dad," he said, "you'll never get that many." I told him I had 400 followers, and he said, "Wow," he said, "you'll never make 1,000 though. That's where the real proper Twitch streamers are." Thanks, son. Nice to know. So I'm out to prove him wrong. And I will. I will prove him wrong. He says as well, that's the other thing he says, you can't stream racing games on Twitch. You have to stream Fortnite. You have to stream Warzone. And dude, I'm going to stream whatever game I want to stream because I enjoy it. So yeah, that's my premise, to show my 10-year-old son that it's got stream. We'll get stuck into the competition server very shortly, so do stick around. Got our first point on the competition server at Donington Park, of all places, the other night, which was nice. It was great fun. So here's to hoping we have something very similar We've got Autodromo Enzo Ferrari, which to everybody else is Imola. I do love that circuit. Had lots of good close races on that circuit. So last night I tried to jump on the competition server and completely forgot all about it because I got too hooked on a race in Monza. That wasn't the best. Thank you to everybody that's currently watching the stream. It's very nice of you to be around. If you could spare me the second just to give me a little follow, that would be mega. Everyone helps me on my target of getting 1,000 followers and proving my son wrong.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
If not, your views are just as important, as we are trying to make Twitch affiliate, and we are very close. The only thing that is lacking is the channel views, so you sticking around is really helping me out.
Yellow flag in sector.
Thank you very much for that indeed.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Oh, a bit too early there. All right, let's go to Italy, he says, as we're in Italy.
Lapping validated.
We're going to go and hit Enzo Ferrari. Not actual hitting, that would be pretty rude. Given that he's passed away. So, I mean, hitting a dead man would be a bit harsh. Let's have a quick, as we're waiting for with that, we're registered, so time to have a little bit of a chat. Do get involved, say hi, that would be very nice. I'd love to get to know everybody. Yeah, fun day today, actually setting up my son's go-kart. He races go-karts, so, you know, Dad's not allowed to race. Dad just has to watch, which is fine because you get a lot more enjoyment out of watching. But yeah, setting up his car and getting the bearings changed to the front wheels. If anybody karts, they'll know all about it. It's fun sport. It's fun to watch. I always said to him, I said, yeah, you're more than welcome to go karting, but if you don't like it, it's fine. I'll sell your car and buy me one. He's still karting. Never mind. Maybe when he's I don't know, giving up on it, then Dad can have a go. I did have a go. It's harder than it looks. I'm watching him fly around in a cadet car, and I'm thinking, wow, yeah, you're flying, son. But it looks easy. Dad could beat you. Jumped in a car. It's like, this is hard. So, yeah, note to self, 10-year-old makes it look easy. Dad should just stay on the sidelines, watch and fix. Never mind. We are streaming across 3 platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So do let me know what you are watching on. It would be nice to know that. We're currently streaming 17 viewers on Twitch. Thank you very much. Yeah. We just need to, what I need to do is, I need to just quickly have a look at Enzo Ferrari. Where are you, Imola? Not that. Nope. There you are. Let's do a quick hot lap. Well, I haven't got time for that, actually. I want to jump straight in. 1 minute and 26 seconds. Anybody, what's your thoughts on Euro Truck Simulator? Does anybody enjoy that? I've had a little play on that over the past few nights as well. That's that's fun. Nothing better than whacking the cruise control on. And what did we have the other night? Somebody requested Convoy by C.W. Lewis. C.W. Wills? I can't remember. And driving a truck listening to Convoy song, I felt like I'd grown a ton of chest hair and just got all manly. It was, yeah, it was good. It's a good game. It's a good way to pass the time. It's a lot easier to chat to people when you stream and playing games like Euro Truck Simulator and other things like that. Playing, when you do racing games, it's a bit more difficult to focus. But that's why we're here. We stream to chat. We stream to get to know people, to engage with people, and that's what I like doing best. Let's stick on the 2020. Make sure we stay there. Refresh. Okay. Competition server.
Green light. Go, go, go.
I like having soft rebounds on the dampers. Don't know why. The car feels a bit more together. We'll drop that front end right down. It's way too high. Give a bit more on the splitter as well. That should do us nice. If we've got any Formula One fans in the house, let me get in touch. I'm a big Formula One fan. I talk all day about that. Quite looking forward to this weekend's race at Imola. Go for 9 laps of fuel, that should be alright. Tamburello chicane where Ed and Senna lost his life. Wasn't a chicane there. Whoa. Oversteer.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Oh, somebody's had an accident already. Doesn't take long. Doesn't take long with Imola. Cold tyres. And I have a feeling that it's 10:25 in the morning, game time. I have a feeling that my tyre pressures are way too low. This is going to be a good race. I feel it.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Slow car ahead.
Oh. I think everybody's struggling at the minute with the cold tyres.
Slow car ahead.
People running out of talent fast. It's crazy, really. You've got 5 minutes of practice, then you've got 10 minutes of qualifying. You don't need to be flying in, trying to set world record lap times. Just relax, get to know it a bit more. Look, I'm watching my tyre temperatures. They should be about 27.5. They are currently nowhere near that.
Car on the right. There's a slow car ahead. Clear on the right. Yellow flag. Be careful there.
And the reason that they're nowhere near that is probably down to the track temperature's 30 degrees. But these GT3 cars, unlike F1 games and other racing games, well, simcade games as we say, these GT3 cars take a couple of laps just to get your tyre temperatures and everything up. So
Car on the left.
people do tend to just go crazy on the first couple of laps and then
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
throw it away, or throw it into the gravel or anything, and it's just be patient. I know it's easier said than done, be patient, but it's like when you've got an hour-long race and you see people diving up the inside on the first corner. It's balmy. Just
Yellow flag in sector 6.
yeah, you might get yourself some track position, but you're risking so much more. For Imola, we want to be running probably around the 1:43.5 race pace. That's my comfort zone. I've just invalidated my lap time there. Yeah, the qualifying time probably in the 1:42s, but race pace 1:43.5, give or take. We're currently probably not the PSI of 0.5 all round. Well, front right, rear left. That'll make a big difference, but practice is over now, so we'll see what the qualifying brings.
Be careful. Session is now over.
Easily should have practiced in first place there, but easily. Apart from the lap invalidation. I don't think everybody got a chance to put in their times either. Welcome along to any new viewers of the channel. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Do drop us a follow if you could spare us a minute. Ryan Knight did. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, my man. Tommy Meadows on Facebook, give us a like. Cameraman Randy Magnum also with the follow. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. We're trying to get the target of 1,000. I know it's not on the stream dashboard, but I did bet my son that I could get 1,000 followers. We're up to, I think, 471, which is fantastic. We're nearly halfway there, so every little follow helps massively, and it's so much appreciated within the channel. Let's see, set up temperature, tracks 37. So actually, we won't play around with those tyre temperatures. We will leave them as they are. Got a bit of an itchy nose all of a sudden.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
I know there's a low tyre pressure, but thank you for the warning. wonder why I'd select the 2020 car, but yet on the online competition server it puts me in the 2015 car. I don't mind that, but it's bizarre. Need to nail this lap, I think. The flying lap coming up, we need to nail this one. No pressure. I don't want to be qualifying down the order. I want to be up near the top. First chicane, Tamburello, get through nice and cleanly, then settle into the race.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Thank you, DeMonte. Thank you very much, my friend, for letting me through there. If you did miss it yesterday, my passive-aggressive response to a backmarker was something you should probably go and check out on my clips. When you find yourself feeling quite aggressive, but rein it back in. Tyre temps are a bit better now, still a bit low. Oh. Note to self, do not hug the inside of that hairpin. It's like hugging a hornet's nest. Yeah, the one thing I've noticed with streaming is that you notice a lot more of your own movements when you're racing or you're playing. Like, you ever notice that? Even if it's a little thing like licking your lips or biting your tongue or whatever in racing. I never really noticed before, but I tend to lean into the corners. Like, I mean, I'd understand if it was like 3Gs pulling me in and I, was fighting the force, but there really isn't. It goes to show you how much your brain really does get immersed into games like this. .144.2 for the first lap, and it was dire. It was a very scruffy lap, the first lap. I know we can do better than this.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Although the car doesn't feel great, to be honest. Probably need a bit of camber or a bit more camber on the left side. The rear is just too happy. Oh dear. Let's give it a bit more front brake bias and see if that's going to make any difference. I think in terms of qualifying, if I can get into the 142s, I deem that as a very successful qualifying session. The laps that I'm doing right now, alright, this one's invalidated, but a 1:43.4, which is roughly what the target is now, that's a good race pace, that. Much better first sector. It's nice to know the rear of the car is much more under control now. A little tweak of the brake bias, knocking it forwards, helped a lot. And it's those little onboard tweaks that you can make. They're the... Should never have invalidated that lap. Yeah, the little onboard tweaks, they're the tweaks that you can make that'll really make the difference in sim racing. Sure enough, you can sit in the garage and play with setup as much as you want, but yeah, but the difference I find is onboard brake bias, traction control, ABS, even so far as the engine map. I have found before racing that even knocking the engine map down to 2 gives a lot more smoothness. You know, obviously it delivers a more smoother power output, which is great. But I have noticed lap times being consistently better on a map 2 than a map 1.
Slow car ahead.
Let's go for pole position then. It's my last chance. I don't know what the pole lap time is, but I know what mine should be. And that won't be far away from pole, I wouldn't suspect.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
We've got a nice little gap as well, which is brilliant. And there we go. Just the slightest of understeer has cost that. There isn't much in the way of margin for error, to be fair, with Imola. There's a very fine line between getting it right and getting it wrong. What you need, babe?
Session is now over.
No, don't worry, don't see you. Let's see. Yeah, I thought so. 142.5, 140, maybe 142.6. Maybe in there. Fastest qualifying Merc. Only because there was only 2 of them. But we'll take that. Wait. There's a Porsche. Hey, by the way, I have to ask, has anybody had these before? They are the bomb. So nice. Slightly hooked on them. probably shouldn't chew whilst I'm eating, but they are so nice. Don't worry, I won't be crunching or anything like that. Will I? How much fuel do you take? You work it out for yourself, Jonathan Siegel. I don't know. I didn't even see how long the race was. Somebody's told him to take 100 litres of fuel. I didn't even see. There is a calculation that you can do. 3,600 divided by depends. If it's a 20-minute race, 3,600 divided by 2, so it's a 45-minute race. So we get out our trusty little calculator. And we do 3,600 divided by 4 equals 900. Multiply that by 3, that gives us 2,700, obviously. God, anybody joining the stream now is going to think they're joining a maths lesson. So 2,700, which is 2,700 seconds, which is how long the race is for. So that's 45 minutes. We go into our current setup and our fuel strategy, and they reckon it's 3.25 litres per lap. So we then divide 2,700 by, what was the lap time? 144. So that's 104 seconds. We'll go 105 for safety. That tells us it's a 25.7 lap race at that rate. So we'll say it's a 26 lap race. Then we will multiply that by 3.5, and that will tell us that we need 89 litres of fuel. And if you just missed that entire math lesson and you see me putting in 89 litres of fuel, that makes it look like I know what I'm doing. What else were we going to change? Track temperature is 36 degrees. I think what we will do though is base ride height 65 front, 60 front. Chop the rear ride height a little bit. God, these sweets are nice. So we're just waiting for the race to start. Okay.
seconds.
30 seconds. Let's just check that setup. Fuel strategy, 89 litres, good to go. 45-minute race. And the aim, as always, championship points. If you do enjoy the stream, like I say, please do leave us a follow. It'd be great to hear from you.
Stay double file.
We can have a laugh, maybe even have a race ourselves. These warm-ups are chaos. Look at that, everybody's all over the place. I think one thing it really does show you is a lot of people are impatient and can't drive slow. Gonna have to watch out for turn 1. Especially those on the left. Reckon these McLarens behind will be a bit brake happy as well.
Green light, go, go, go.
Whoa!
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
BMW there just took out the Ferrari for
Car
fun.
on the left. Clear on the left.
I'll bear that in mind next time if I go for the overtake on him.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Thought that McLaren was coming for me there. See, I'm never that fast on the opening lap or two. I'm always very conscious of my cold tyres. Alfa Romeo, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. I was just talking about an Alfa Romeo today, actually. It's very much appreciated, nevertheless, thank you very much. It's a car brand that we don't have in ACC. Oh, the leaders are fighting, pushing each other off the track. Our BMW's gone the same way. We're going to keep an eye on this. I think these two fighting up front's going to give us some fireworks. This McLaren's itching to get past as well. I would make a move on the BMW, but I'm really not that confident on the tyres at the minute. And there are very few places where you can make a move. Here at Imola.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
The exit of that chicane is one of them, though. That's probably the best outcome for us, that. Judging on the way that the BMW shoved the Ferrari off the track into turn one, I'll take his mistake as a blessing.
Well done, mate. That's the best.
We'll take that. We see him come back at us now, this BMW. There's bigger problems up ahead though than this BMW behind us. So we've got a McLaren and a Ferrari fighting for a first place. It's gonna end badly, I think. Oh, McLaren's pulled over. I don't know what's happened there. No, he's still there
Car
though.
on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
He's right alongside me.
Clear on the right.
I think he's just spun. I think there's the difference as well with some people, you know, some people can't take the pressure, maybe of racing close quarters with others.
Well done, mate. This is me, your personal best.
I know I never could. Just practice, 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 race, 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 and then you get a little bit more used to Tr4ction, thank you very much for the follow, my man. Much appreciated. Great to have you on board in the Paddock Club. Tr4ction. Great to have you on board. Do say hello in the chat. It'd be nice to speak. An official member of the Paddock Club. We are racing here on the competition server at Autodromo Enzo Ferrari. And as it would be, there is a Ferrari lead in the race. Oh, we'll take that warning. We're slowly but surely closing in. I think the race lead could be ours very soon.
Fastest lap of the race, mate.
We have just set the fastest lap of the race as well, which is good. You know, one thing I've had to learn as well is to
There's a slow car up ahead.
the hardest thing is having to drive slow once you get behind somebody.
Yellow flag is set to on.
But we've seen the way that this Ferrari was fighting with the McLaren, so I know he's not going to make it easy. Tina Dreams, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Paddock Club.
There's a slow car up ahead.
It's a pleasure to have you on board.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm not sure what happened to that Ferrari then. I think he outbraked himself.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Jorge Ruiz. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Welcome all to the Paddock Club. Jorge Rueda 95, thank you very much for the follow. Els DLC 1515, thank you very much also for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome along, welcome along. And all the chaos and madness, we found ourselves leading the competition server. Our man in second place in the Ferrari is a little bit crazy, so he's gonna make life very difficult for the BMW driver, and that's fine by me. I'll concentrate on what's ahead right now. Pink Freudinho, thank you for the follow and welcome to the Paddock Club. Something major's happened. We've lost the BMW driver and the Ferrari driver. Didn't see it, but we now have a 4.2 second lead. And it looks like they've both dropped into the pit lane. So it's all kicked off. And I'm going to say it live on the stream, but I called it. Now, if we're to win this thing, we basically need solid laps of exactly what we've just done.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Andre Morel, thank you for the follow. Overshoot, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Paddock Club. Overshot Conk, thank you for the follow, my man. I'm determined to get to 1,000 followers just to prove my son wrong. That I can stream and do quite well. Because apparently dads don't stream or can't stream. Good few section of corners there.
Well done, mate. This is me, personal best.
Exactly the same lap time as we did before. Give or take. This Ferrari's running a good pace behind me though. Oh, that was stellar. Oh, it's a shame there, I lost my breaking point. Tr4ction R4cing, thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the Paddock Club. Oh, snap of oversteer because I changed gear midway through the corner. That's Tr4ction, thank you very much again for the follow. Welcome to the Paddock Club. It's a pleasure to have you on board. Don't forget you can join our community Discord as well.
Well done, mate. The fastest step so far.
Oh dear. Messed up the gear changes. Oh, he's made a mistake. And there's the difference, I think. I'm comfortable at the pace I'm running at. And I feel like I could run this pace all day long. I'm not hanging onto the car, I'm not struggling. I'm not over pushing myself. And yeah, all right, he was closing in maybe a tenth or two a lap. But it seemed like he was really sort of digging in, which is great, but he's made a mistake, and I don't think, well, I'm confident enough in my own driving ability to know that with 25 minutes to go and 5.6-second lead, I'm not going to do anything crazy to throw that away. And the pressure is very much on him now to drive the balls off that Ferrari. If anything, he has given me a bit of a license just to chill out, relax myself. But I can also afford to make the minor mistakes and it not be too costly. Well, nearly halfway into the race now. All looking good so far. Apart from a few little oversteer moments, it's as good as I could have hoped for in terms of consistency, that's for sure.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
I would probably like to pick my lap times up maybe a half a second. I mean, he has. Angel Philippe, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Paddock Club. Do get involved if you like what you see. Give us a chat. Say hello. He is very quick through the chicane.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Maybe a little bit concerning now. He's gone. So after all that effort, time that he's pushed and pushed and pushed, he was closing in, made a mistake, closing in, made a mistake. And then finally, he's lost it. But that's it, you know, you've got a 45-minute race. My race pace has been pretty good. Mid to low 143s every time.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
And that there is my personal fastest lap, and I don't need to be doing that. The McLaren behind me is doing low 143s. We can do low 143s and be alright. 12-second lead. He'd have to pull 1 second a minute on us. Oh dear. Alright, we better stop that. Salcedo Leo. Thank you for the follow. It's very well appreciated. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Paddock Club.
Yellow flag, be careful there. There's a slow car ahead.
Thank you very much, Gaspar, for moving out of the way. I need to set the follower goal, I think. Put it on the screen. We are aiming for 1,000. Thirteen-second lead now. 16 minutes remaining. Ugh, horrible lap. Horrible lap. We need to get that SA rating back up as well. I think this is a prime example of slow and steady wins the race. Although that being said, I cannot afford any more track cuts. Because that would be that would put me on my final warning, which no one wants to be on the brink of a drive-through penalty. Not when you've got a 13-second lead and you don't need to be crazy. Marvel XZ, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Paddock Club. It's a pleasure to have you here. Every single follow means an awful lot to me. It's never forgotten. Even if it's a follow just to help me grow. Thank you so much. Oh dear. Liberexito, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Also, Alenada, thank you very much. Welcome both to the Paddock Club. We are just taking it easy right now, winding down the clock, so to speak, American football terms. Not going to give any unnecessary penalties away. You know, with an 11-second lead, 10 minutes to go in the race. We don't want to be setting blistering qualifying laps, trying to pull away. Well, I mean, some might. Unfortunately, I've made a few little mistakes, which has given me 3 track cut warnings, 1 more, and it's a drive-through, and the race win gone. So if I have to lap a second or 2 slower than my fastest lap, I'll do that. This could potentially be my first ever win on the competition server. So you can bet your last dollar I am not about to throw that away unnecessarily, as we come up against a whole bunch of back markers which may well put an end to any of that. It definitely feels like when I'm driving now that it's a Sunday drive.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
I have to remind myself every time I go through Tamburello. Not Tamburello. Every time I go through the last chicane.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
To slow down, take it easy. I cannot afford that track cut. I cannot. We're lapping in the 1:44, some nearly 2 seconds slower than my outright fastest lap. And that is down to the fact that we are living on a knife edge. We have got 9 seconds to the car behind, but that's why we are taking it a bit easier. We have a gap. We don't need to go crazy. 1 more misdemeanor with track limits, and I'm in trouble. Abed Phoenix 0905, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the paddock. It is a pleasure to have you here. Your follow means a great deal to me, just like so many others before you. Thank you. We are throwing tenths of a second away every lap on that chicane alone. I am quite literally 7 minutes away from my first ever win on the competition server. Florent Tom 26, thank you my man for the follow, means a lot, thank you so much. The irony is, we will not win this race.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
We won't even finish this race. Oh, such a shame. Oh, what's even worse is he's just been given a drive-through penalty.
Car on the right.
I have enough fuel for one more lap.
Fuel running low. Left box.
It's ridiculous. Friend Kid, thank you very much for the follow. It really does mean a lot, especially in these dire times where I somehow have to get possibly 2 laps out of this car, and I'm going to have to split my fuel consumption in half to get it to the end. But thank you very much for the follow, nevertheless. Thank you. This is going to be ridiculously tight. We're going to have one more lap.
Leaders on final lap now.
And we're going to have 3 litres of fuel left as we cross the final. This is the last lap.
Watch out for fuel. Prepare to come in.
There's no way we can finish this race. I cannot see it. Milenina, thank you for the follow. Even if we go crazy, 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 can't fight this guy.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right.
We can't fight this guy. Getting it to the end will be a victory in itself. Noble Wolf, thank you very much for the follow.
Leader has
Appreciate it.
excellent job, mate. P3, you're on the podium. Now bring it back.
We managed to finish the race with 0.3 litres of fuel left, but it should have been a win. How far did we finish behind him in the end? He did win the race by 2.6 seconds, even with a 30-second penalty. Which is a shame, because that should have been a race for us. But still good fun. I don't even know if we got any competition points for that. Oh no, we're not doing that. No, 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 no. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, so let's change that. Interesting. Does that do that? No, it's gone. There we go. So professional. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, we changed all that. There we go. All good. Back to it. Drink and drive bullshit bingo. No thanks. That's mid-race. That's qualifying. Oh, nighttime. Race just started. Yeah, let's have a little play around Monza.
Green light.
Open lobbies. Actually, we won't do that. We'll come off that. Ignacio81 online, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated as always. Welcome to the paddock.
Green.
A 1:33.9 is pretty good. So they do seem to cut that corner so much. you see when I do it. Computer says no. Smurf Stones, thank you very much for the follow, much appreciated. Welcome along to the Paddock Club. It's nice to have you on board.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in good job. Session is now over.
Anna Petra, thank you very much for the follow. It's much appreciated. Welcome along to the Paddock Club.
Seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds.
Okay.
Stay in double file. Green light, go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right.
Oh, what a clown.
We've got some light damage on the front.
Well, that ruined the entire race. I always try and keep out of trouble, and I try not to place my car in any compromising positions where I might get touched or have an accident. But one thing you can never account for is idiots. Thank you, my man, for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Paddock Club. Thank you, Clemo, for the follow. Welcome along to the Paddock Club. Pleasure to have you on board. We will finish this race regardless of the position that we're in. Interestingly, we're running about 1.5 seconds faster than the car in front, yet we only gained half a second on the actual timing board. The aim right now would be just to catch the little trio in front of me. We're down to 12.5 seconds. 19 seconds. Tr4ction, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome along to the Paddock Club. It's a pleasure to have you on board. And straight after that, Nixon, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome along to the Paddock Club. Eddie, Cam and Francesca, thank you also for the follows. We are building a community here which is called the Paddock Club, and it's a pleasure to have you a part of that. Looks like one of the guys in front has had a bit of an accident or a moment. Just dropped off the back of those. Oh, somebody's in the gravel as well. Abby Wilkins. It doesn't look like Wilkins is willing to finish this race either. I think he has got going again. So I take that back, Wilkins. I am sorry. What lap times are they running? .136.9. We could catch them.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
That is the plan. .9 seconds. We'll put the pressure on. They look like they're having a nice little tussle. We're going to drop into the 135s hopefully now. Merlin Brooks, thank you for the follow. Welcome along to the Paddock Club. .136.2s for those. We're half a second faster than them this lap.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
We're really hoping that they start fighting.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
Well, it sounds like they have, because now the trio has become uno. The race leader's got a drive-through penalty as well. I think he's serving that right now.
Warning for exceeding track limits. We are at the halfway mark. Still a long way to go. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Five 5.6 seconds of the gap. Still is the target. Fifth place, I would say, would be feasible. Roxana Lane, I think so. Thank you very much for the follow. 36.2 are a bit too slow for that.
Listen to the car ahead of sector 1.
Eight minutes remaining, 5.7 seconds to the gap. .6 seconds of the gap. Nom I Ichu. Thank you for the follow. Pleasure to have you in the Paddock Club. Thank you very much. Oops. Overcooking it.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
And this is how you beat somebody who qualifies in first place and laps 2 seconds a lap faster than you. That's right. You let him make the mistakes. And you don't make any of your own.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
They say in racing that to finish first you have to finish. Now we're not going to finish first. We got spun round in turn 5 by a ridiculous manoeuvre by Barbary in the Lamborghini. But we carried on. We went for it. Azul, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Paddock Club. Yeah, we carried on. We didn't sulk. At the time, we were running dead last in 10th. And now, with 3 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. We are in 4th place. As those behind us and around us have all made mistakes. We've just carried on driving. I don't actually think a podium is out of the reach here.
I don't know, the fastest step so far.
I mean, okay, we are 50 seconds behind the lead. A further 30 seconds and 23 seconds respectively, second and third. However, all it really takes is a mistake, a lunge, overclock the
Give me the final push.
braking point. I mean, if your man in 3rd place gets a drive-through penalty now, we're in 3rd place. Because that also automatically turns into a 30 seconds time penalty, given the race is about to end. I mean, Spotto, who's currently sat in the pit lane, did just that.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2. The leader has finished the race.
Somebody got disqualified for driving the wrong way.
Excellent job, mate. P3, you're on the podium. Now bring it back home.
and we'll take that. Who got disqualified? It doesn't matter.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Okay, and we will call that for today.